I'm Katie Wells, host of the Maximized Minimalist podcast. I escaped the hamster wheel of modern-day motherhood, overwhelmed by clutter and buried under the mental load. Now I live in a home that feels calm, manageable, and made for real life. I have margin in my days, energy for who matters most, and time for slow mornings and silly dance parties in the kitchen with my family. With over 5 million listens, the show has helped women around the world turn their homes into their happy place. Around here, we simplify for more peace, more presence, and more joy. We choose grace over guilt and progress over perfection. And we believe your home should give back more than it takes. I'm here to help you do the same. Come along with me and my guests as we share the real stories, habits, and strategies that help you lighten the load from the inside out. Pull up a seat, friend, and let's do this together. Ready, set, simplify. I heard the story once about a professional runner. She trained for months leading up to her biggest race of the season, early mornings, strict nutrition, like every detail dialed in, and her coach kept pushing her to shave off just a few more seconds. And eventually she did. She crossed that finish line and she had her best time yet. But after the race, do you know what she said? She said the hardest part wasn't the running, it was learning how to stop. She had spent so long in go mode that when the race was over, when the pressure let up, when she actually had margin back in her life, she didn't know what to do with it. She felt uncomfortable to rest. She didn't know how to let her nervous system land. And she was so used to striving and going and running, literally. She didn't know how to just be. And you know what? That hit me because what happens to so many of us in our homes, in our schedules, and in our lives, it's the same thing. We work hard to create space. We declutter, we organize, we simplify, and we get a taste of that breathing room we've been craving. And then without even realizing, we fill it right back up because space can feel unfamiliar. And when we're used to busy, margin feels uncomfortable or maybe even wrong. When we've been trained to go, 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 stillness feels wasteful. And we find ourselves filling the extra time we've gained with what? More errands, more scrolling, more pressure to do something quote unquote useful with it. But today I want to gently ask us, what if that time was never meant to be filled? What if it's sacred? So early in my declutter journey, I remember noticing that life was running a little smoother. This was just months into my declutter journey, by the way. This is well before I even hit maintenance mode. I was exactly where a lot of you are. I wasn't digging through drawers every morning. Dinner cleanup didn't take quite as long. I wasn't constantly searching for stuff or playing catch up. I was starting to notice all these things. But with that freedom came something I didn't expect. It was this quiet, panicky voice in my head saying, you should be doing something right now. I had 5 minutes and I'd feel guilty sitting still. I remember walking through my house and just looking for something to clean or fix or organize. Even when my home was more supporting me more than ever, I hadn't yet given myself permission to just be. And I realized I was decluttering my space, but I hadn't decluttered this belief that rest is laziness and that productivity equals worth. And there I was one night, I remember so clearly, I had nothing left on my list. No laundry to fold, no emails to answer. So I made a cup of tea, I sat on the couch, and I'm telling you, I just stared out the window. No phone, no noise. It was extremely foreign. I was just sitting there by myself. And it felt so weird, like I was doing something wrong. In that moment, though, something really beautiful happened. I felt still. And I felt peaceful and I felt present and I was just being. There was no agenda. And here's what I've come to believe. The real work isn't just in removing the clutter. It's in learning how not to immediately fill the space it leaves behind. We are so used to being needed, to being useful, to being busy and responsive, that when no one's asking anything of us or our home isn't asking anything of us, we start asking it of ourselves. But the margin you are creating and you've already created, that's not a void. It's not empty. I look at it like an invitation that you get in the mail. Does anyone get invites anymore? Oh, do you remember running to the mailbox and being like, oh, something that's not a bill? Yay, invitations. This is your invitation to rest, to breathe, to be present with the people you love, to reconnect with yourself. So maybe you felt it too. You declutter a room, then fill the space with a new organizing project, or you get your mornings running a bit smoother, then you say yes to 3 more obligations, or you finally find a rhythm and immediately feel the urge to optimize it, right? Here's what I want you to hear today. You don't have to earn your margin. You don't have to fill your time to justify it, and you don't have to trade your peace for productivity. I wanted to share what protecting margin can look like. So my student Stephanie cleared out her craft room and she started journaling again. Brianna stopped deep cleaning every Saturday for the sake of deep cleaning every Saturday. And she started hiking with her kids. Nicole reclaimed 10 minutes every morning to read her Bible and remember who she is before the world tells her who to be. None of them finished decluttering first. They just made space and chose to live inside of it. So if you found a little breathing room lately, maybe just 5 minutes of quiet, here's your invitation. Pull it out of your mailbox. Sit in a space you've cleared and don't touch a thing. Light a candle if that's your thing. Drink your coffee hot. Make your tea, make your cold brew. Enjoy it. Let yourself be still, even if it feels unfamiliar at first. Because that space you created, that time you earned, it is sacred. You don't owe it to anyone. You don't have to use it wisely. You just get to be in it. And what an honor and a privilege, as they say, right? Because this whole journey was never about having a perfectly organized home. It was about building a life that feels lighter, a life where you belong, where you get to decide what comes in and what doesn't. So I'll leave you with this. What will you do with the space you're working so hard to create? Not the stuff, not the schedule, not the hustle, but the life, your life, the quiet, the breath, the joy, because now for the first time, you are putting intention into that space that you've chosen, and that changes everything. So if this episode hit home, my friend, and you want more encouragement like this, mindset shifts, real life stories, simple rhythms to help you live lighter, come hang out with me in Ready, Set, Simplify. That is my weekly newsletter. And it's really where the deeper work happens. No fluff, no overwhelm. Not sure if you can hear that blue jay. He is the birds here are going crazy this time of year. I hope you can hear him. He's beautiful. Anyway, this is just one email every week that helps you take a breath and move forward and just be. And just like I am here, enjoy listening to the birds. So you can join us at the link in the show notes. I'll see you there, friend. Ready, Set, Simplify. I'll see you next Wednesday. Do not miss it. I'll be sharing your summer declutter plan so you know what to let go of now for a lighter season ahead. All right, friend. Bye.